Hey guys, welcome to Power on Retro Gaming. My name is James. If you haven't seen me in person before, here I am. Look, what I'm going to do is something a little different today. We're not going to be doing no unboxing, no podcast, no anything like that. We're going to give you a bit of a tour of the games that I own. This is the game room, not so much where I play the games, but more so where I keep them. They're all on display, they're not in tubs. So I'm going to go through the room and let's just have a bit of a look, and we'll go through a couple of my personal favorites through each console generation that came out and show you some of my favorites, some rare games. I haven't really planned this, so let's see how this goes. Alright, so I'm going to flip this around, have a look here. So up here we've got our NES games. We're going to start off at the top so you can have a bit of a look. Now the cool thing about NES, they've got end labels so you can see what they are. I do have an EverDrive there as well, but I've got majority of my favorites all in real copies as well. Uh, so right there, that's not an easy game to come across in Australia as well. So that's Bucky O'Hare. What else do we have here? We've got Contra, which is Contra in America. So this is an American cart. Um, but I do have the PAL version as well. Dracula's Curse. This, I believe, is also an American cart. I don't have it in PAL. Continuing along, what have we got here? DuckTales 2. This is in PAL. Not an easy card to come across, but we do have it. And this is a pretty big one right here. Actually, both of these are. This is, I'll zoom in a little bit there. So this is the Flintstones, pretty much dinosaur peak there, but it's the PAL version. And you can only get this one if it's in Italy. So I'll pull it out so we can have a bit of a look. So as you can see there, it's called Flintstones Suppressor of something, whatever, but it's pretty much Dinosaur Peak. It plays all in English, so got no real issues there. I really didn't think that one through, but pop that back in there. Gargoyle's Quest 2. It's also a very difficult game to come across. I believe that shot up in price too. Guardian Legends, very good game. Harry Warriors is quite fun too. Over here we have another one that is very hard to come across. The Jetsons. I've got this one complete in box. I believe the cardboard box and all the manual is down below. Going across, that's another good game. Journey to Silius. Kirby's Adventure, very good game too. Legendary Wings. Look, I find this quite fun. This one's an American copy, but I've got all three Lolos. They're quite fun puzzle game. Maniac Mansions, Classic 2, Mega Man 2, 3. Very good games, very good soundtracks as well. Mike Tyson's Punch Out, the original Metroid, New Zealand Stories, little fun little platform puzzle game. What do we got here? So here we go. What do they call this? Probotector. So this is Contra in the PAL version. Comes with the manual there. And I believe we've got number 2 as well. Probotector 2. Sorry if this is crappy camera angles, but trying to get close enough so you can see them all. So Robocop 1, 2, they're just pretty stock standard platform shooting games. RC Pro Am, it's actually a very fun game. Rygar, also quite fun as well. Going across, Street Gangs. Highly recommend this. This is just trying to think of what it's called in the States. So it's a totally different game. I'm gonna pull it out so people can have a look here. Street Gangs. maybe I think it's a River City Ransom. In the States. Hang on, let me flip this around, bring this back out because I'm just trying to do it all too close. What else we got? Got Mario, and it comes with Duck Hunt as well, classic. This is one of my favorite games of all time, right there. And what else we got? There's nothing else very special there. They just do the job if you're playing NES games. Tailspin, fun little game there. Going across. Little Mermaid, that is actually a very fun game for what it is. I've got 2 copies of one of my favorite games. It's the original NES Turtles. Very difficult as well, but once you know what you're doing, you have a lot of fun with this. You got the arcade version, and over here, this one I believe you can only get in the States as well. So I did purchase it in 2016 while I was in the States. Got the Manhattan Project. Very good game, that one, in my opinion. Find it better than number 2. For number 2 on the arcade, but this, it's its own little arcade sort of spin-off thing, but done very well because it was late into the NES's life cycle as well. And I'm going to mention this as well. Turrican, very good game too. There's a few sequels on the Super Nintendo which I highly recommend, and we will cover those in a moment. Over here we've got The Adventures of Link, so that's Zelda 2, and this is actually a very good game here. This is a PAL exclusive. Well, actually, you can get it in Japan, and it's called Hebehek. Look, I'll find it in a moment. Hebereki, I believe it is. This is a very good game. If you are watching this in the States and you want a PAL exclusive, I highly recommend Euphoria. Please pick it up. You will not regret it. Going across. World Champ is a boxing game. This, from memory, is, I can't remember what this game was. X-Men as well. This is Project Vice, whatever. Fortunately, the label's been damaged. I didn't realize when I purchased it. Got this back in 2016 at a game store in Philadelphia. But this is actually a very good game too. Everyone in, I don't think you can get this one in PAL, but I think it's Vice Project Doom there, if you can see it there on the camera. Got the Legend of Zelda, Wild Gunman, and Aladdin, which is actually quite hard to come across as well. We've got a bunch of selection of the Japanese cartridges for the NES, so the Famicom. I've got a fair few. They're double rows there. So I purchased these in 2015 when a bunch of mates and I went to Japan. There are some very good games hidden in here. But yeah. Going down, we have the Sega Master System. Now this console I'm very fond of because this was actually quite popular here in Australia. My cousin, he had one. Used to play it all the time. California games. We used to rent the mini golf game, which I think it's Putt Putt Challenge. It's somewhere down here. But going across here, I'm going to point out some personal favorites. Alex Kidd in Shinobi World, Altered Beast, Castle of Illusion. Now, some people prefer the 16-bit version. I actually prefer this one. Indiana Jones. I can't remember if I actually played it, but Donald Duck, Diamond Caper is quite fun here. I'm a big fan of the Flintstones. If Flintstones is on something, I'm generally going to get it. One, I'm pretty sure I've got all of them on the Super Nintendo too. Good fun game. Gauntlet fun. Don't know why I've got a few copies of Ghost House, Ghost, Ghouls and Ghosts. It's a classic arcade game. Now this is up there in price as well. This is an RPG, Golden Axe Warrior. This one's complete. Highly recommend it. Recommend this one too. Kensington. Land of Illusion, which is the sequel of Illusion in Time. Lord of the Sword. Don't know why I've got 2 copies, but also a very fun game, platformer. Master of Darkness, very good game, highly recommend too. Michael Jackson Moonwalker. I would say that the Sega Mega Drive or the Genesis version is better. Going across, we have Ninja Gaiden, also a very good game. Outrun, Europa, fun. Psycho Fox is something I highly recommend as well. Puzzle game. This is what I was talking about. Putt and Putter. Marble Madness is something that we used to hire as well, from memory. Like going back to when I was a kid there, but that one just hit me there. Sagaya. This is another, if you like, shoot 'em ups. This is your game right here. Highly recommend it. Super Smash TV. There are better versions of this, but this is a fun arcade game. Spiderman, Strider, also a very fun game. Shinobi, Sonic 2. Most people played Sonic 2. The Mega Drive version is a lot better because it's quicker. Terminator, Wonder Boy 3 in the Dragon's Trap. It's been remade a few times. You can get it like remastered as today's game, but once again, recommend the original. Got a few of the Monster Boys. Zillion 2, very fun game. And you know what? I've been trying to find Zillion 1 for a very long time. Like, not looking to just purchase it from eBay, which has come up a couple times, but very hard to actually find. Don't know why. Anyways, let's scroll down. So I'm going to come down here with my knees so we can get down a better look at the Mega Drive games. Animaniacs, quite a fun game. We've got Aladdin in the Mega Drive version, so which is PAL, and Genesis, which is the American version. I would have picked this up for free or very cheap just because. Alex Kidd, the Haunted Castle, or the Enchanted Castle. Sorry, I believe that is maybe the 3rd one in the series, but I could be wrong there. We've got Castle of Illusion. As I said, some people prefer this version. I prefer the Master System version. Got a few different games here. Going across, there's a classic there. Gunstar Heroes. Very good shoot 'em up, run and gun sort of game. Highly recommend this one. Young Book, platforming, Disney. Landstalkers, quite a fun platformer. Mortal Kombat. Everyone knows Mortal Kombat. It was the only Mortal Kombat at the time with like blood. I got Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3, Quack Shot, fun game. Rocket Knight Adventures, actually very fun game too. Highly recommend this platformer. There is a version on the Super Nintendo. I think it's called Sparkstar, which is I think the same game. Don't quote me on that one. Don't know why I've got 2 copies of Sonic 2, but Splatterhouse 2, very good game. Side scrolling action game, horror themed. Extremely good. I've got Kid Graffiti Splatterhouse on the Famicom, which was up there, but it's probably hidden away. Tailspin, like I'm a huge Turtle fan. So we've got the Hyperstone Heist here. Got Tournament Fighters. They're both complete. And once again, don't know why I have 2 copies of World of Illusion. but that is the third version or the third one in the series of the Land of Illusion, Castle of Illusion, World of Illusion. That's how it goes. Going down. This is my Saturn collection. Now, it's not very big, but I didn't really know many people with a Saturn. It's mostly PlayStation, Nintendo 64 here in Australia. I'm sure it was like that around the world because it didn't do very well. That's why they pushed out with the Dreamcast quite quickly. And PlayStation just killed them, pretty much. But I'm going to point out a couple of quite good games. Clockwork Knight 2, right there. Everyone's played Daytona USA. This one is, I don't know why I picked this up, but this one is actually surprisingly very expensive when I checked out the price. I bought this probably like 8 years ago now, maybe more, 10 years ago. Shot up big time. This is the American version. I don't even know why I've got it, but I do. Maybe I bought it when I was in the States in 2016. Over here we've got Die Hard Arcade. This is actually a very good game. It wasn't originally a Die Hard game. It was another game. Should have done my homework before doing this video, but once again they turned it, changed its name, became a really big seller. Now this one was an official licensed one, so this was on the PlayStation 1 at the time as well. So Die Hard Trilogy, you play John McClane. You can either play the first one, second one, or the third one. So the first one, you're just going through Nakatomi Plaza. Third one, you're in the taxi trying to disarm bombs. Going across, Panzer Dragon Zwei. Fun game. Once again, it's all on rails, that one. What else we got? NBA Jam Extreme. Trying to pinpoint the real good games. Shinobi X. Shining Wisdom there. What else we got? The Story of Thor. Street Fighters, Warriors and Dreams. Probably the main ones. We've got a few Japanese Saturn games as well that I can use. So with the Saturn, you can play any game from around the world using like a ROM card. You just have to insert that and it will enable you to boot up international games, which is actually quite cool because like PlayStation, you have to chip games to do that sort of thing. We've got some actually really good games in here. You got Christmas Nights. Just trying to work these out from the Japanese writing, which I can't. I've got some Street Fighters. What do we got here? Virtual On, right there. Silhouette Mirage, very good game. I bought these back in like 2016, I would say. And the prices were still relatively low. Christmas Nights. What else we got here? Alpha. And can't remember what that one is off the top of my head. Then you got some Dreamcast games. Crazy Taxi there, Resident Evil, Jet Set Radio, very good games there. Sonic, Soul Calibur, Vigilante, Dream Key. Let's not put that in the video. We've got Shenmue. We've got 2 copies of Shenmue. I don't know why, but I do. Got Zero in the box there. It's actually a hard game to come across. Lion King, John Mack, Breath of Fire. Scrolling down, we'll come back across here. We've got ActRaiser, Mystic Quest Legends, which is Final Fantasy. This one is
super BC Kid. This box and game and cartridge is like brand new. I don't think it's ever been used, played, or whatnot. A few other games there. F-Zero right there. Zelda, Protector, Batman, Return of the Joker, which is actually a very good game. I missed that one up the top. The Jetsons, Double Dragon 3, Sword Master, which has actually gone up quite in price too. Gunsmoke, Time Lord, Disney Adventures, Dracula, Curse, and the Flintstones. Now that's just the original there. That one's complete in box right there. I've got 2 copies of it. Um, Going across there. This game here is just trying to remember. Yeah, it's gone off the top of my head. I just can't remember now. Sorry about that, guys. If you saw the cover, you might know it. It is the third in the series. It is a very big game over in Japan, and it's not Earthbound. I'm just trying to think of what it is. But anyways, I'm going to continue here. Here we've got Bonk. So this is on the Famicom. This complete box here. It's like that BC Kid there, but this is Bonk. That's actually a very expensive game in NTSCU. Over here, Ninja Gaiden 3. Actually, a very hard game to come across through. Flicking across, if I can get it back in there with all the cards falling across, I'll fix it up later. Here we got Lickle, which is Little Samson. Bought this in 2015 in Japan. So I'd say it was still cheap-ish at the time, but still very expensive. It's a complete box, cart, manual, superb. But games in English, so you don't have to read any Japanese anyway. One's Wacky Races as well. Another very expensive game in NTSCU. Sorry about the glare there. Keep scrolling across. So we've got some Xbox games there. A bit of a look there. There's some quite good ones. Animaniacs as well. Crazy Taxi 3. Grabbed by the Ghoulies. Not many people know that one, but it's actually very fun. Scrolling down. This is the final one on the bottom row, so I'm getting nice and low here. What have we got here? I'm gonna get you to have a bit of a look. I'm going through them all, but I've got all the 3 Turtles ones. As I said, a big Turtle fan. And Panzer Dragoon Auto, that is quite a big heavy hitter on the Xbox. Toe Jam and L3 as well. Going across, just got your PS2 games. A lot of these I owned as a kid and as a teen. Some more so as a teen. This when the PlayStation came out around my time. If you haven't played Vice City Stories, I highly recommend it. It is so good. It is a prequel to Vice City. Honestly, I love the story, love the music. It just keeps going. It's like such a good game. I know it's a little bit slower. It can get choppy with loads, but if you can see past that, it's so good. Going across. A game there that I absolutely loved is Need for Speed Most Wanted. I absolutely loved this game when I was a teenager. I think it came out when I was like 16. Over here, keep scrolling across. Odin Sphere, very good game too. I do love my Ratchet and Clank. I've got a bunch of the Sing Stars. Red Dead Revolver, fun game as well. Simpsons Hit and Run. Scarface, The World Is Yours, fun little game there too. The Red Star, good game. Sly Raccoon, Once again, very good game. The Warriors, I recommend that too. Beat 'em up. Follows the movie very closely. Um, go there. Ultimate Spider-Man. That one's gone up in price too. Gun, I honestly beat last year. Very fun game. Arkham Origins, Alan Wake, Gears of War. That Turtles game there, it kind of reminds me of the NES Turtles. Just the way it plays. Highly recommend it. Sorry, I'm just doing these Laura games because this is a pain to record this. Uh, this is my Xbox One collection. I was more of a PS4 sort of person, but do have a few games there. All right. So that was just me showing some of them at the moment. What we're going to do is I might come back for another episode and we'll show you the rest. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. If you have played any of those games that I've shown you there, please tell me what your favorite one is as well. Also, tell a friend, and yeah, just power on. And I'm going to chuck on a couple of the old podcasts to listen to as well. So please have a bit of a listen if you haven't. Um, Thank you, and I'll bring up a new 1/6 scale unboxing video very shortly. Power on.